Go ahead.
And then he said before that, a month or so before that, I worked in the placement office and got jobs, part-time jobs with a student. And he came in and he saw this grouchy girl. Isn't that funny?
You were the grouchy girl?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I went to one camp, HES, the Hebrew camp, and that was great. And then I went to another camp on the fancy New York. What's that school? Well, on the river. What's the river in New York where, like Vassar?
Vassar and Bryn Mawr?
Yeah, those.
Okay, yeah.
That camp, it was not that great. And then I left home and went to live at the place called Clara de Hirsch Home for Girls. And there's a girl in that there. I was looking for a job. It was a very liberal place, not residence. It was like the bar bazaar at that time, but for the poor.
Mm.
So she said, try Camp Woodland, it's really good. And so I had an interview, and Sarah was there, and Joni walked down the steps, and she goes, you're not going out like that in front of me. My analyst said, you felt at home,
Sarah said that to Joan?
to me. Sarah said that to Joan in front of me. She was going out, and I said, ooh, fascinating.
Because that sounded familiar to you?
Right. So I applied for a job at the Arts and Crafts Council. Little did I know that Joan was the Arts and Crafts Council, and she was really good. She said, I have 13 6-year-olds whose fathers are all in prison for something, a McCarthy thing.
Yeah.
I don't know all, but
So it was part of the Red Scare. They were
Yeah.
liberals. Yeah.
they were in some kind of prison.
Yeah.
And so I need someone who's very good with little children. And I said I'd had 3 camps, so it's 2 other camps. I worked with it. So she said, well, you can't have the arts and crafts, but you could be in charge of the 5 to 6-year-old. I said, okay. I took it. And then Jane Abelson was one of my workers. Did you ever meet her?
No, I never met her. I've heard about her. But was she a cousin?
She was. There were 3 Bob Abelsons, and she was the daughter. There were Miles' daughter.
Oh, okay.
Miles.
Was she your age?
Yeah, about.
Okay.
I think a little younger.
Yeah.
And so she came up one day to see him. I mean, he came up one day to see her and introduced us, and that's how we met. And it was fun. We had a fireplace, and we would sit by the fireplace and look at different, like, surrealistic paintings.
Of the fire? In the fire, you mean?
Mm.
The other thing is, I was screaming at the kids, what they call here yelling. Of course, we're by a stream. I'd go, Peter, Michael, come out of the water. And I got laryngitis. So he was in heaven, Bob Abelson. And all summer I had rock and ride and silence. And we did a lot of mountain climbing. Well, not a lot, but every day off we climbed mountains.
Really? Wow.
And then, as I said, if I did stand-up comedy, how did you meet your husband? Well, you see, he's a quiet man, he doesn't like people to talk a lot, so, but I happened to have laryngitis that summer, and as soon as I said I do, I got my voice back. And that was the end of
That was the end of the beginning, or the beginning of the end, one or the other.
No, sunset.
Thank God for laryngitis.